and a very special guest, you know what I'm saying, sitting right here between us.
Hey, Dio is here. He had some flowers in the bag before he sat down.
Whole lot of team shit, man. Welcome to the Wrk Podcast, a platform not only focused on the creative, but also the process of making it happen. Episode number motherfucking 20. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
that's a year.
I'm happy for you. Yeah.
Appreciate
You hear me? Team shit, bro.
Yeah.
Team shit, bro.
We,
Yeah, bro.
give or take.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
Fire.
What's up, bro? Well, shit, bro. We appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of team shit.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. Before we get into it, we do a little bit of house cleaning. You know what I mean? This is how we're gonna get into it. Obviously, this is motherfucking a little bit different setup than we normally at. You know what I'm saying? So we're not at the lofts right now. You know what I'm saying? A little pivot this week. You know what I mean? Shooting at the home studio right now at CSSB. But as always, man, we want to give a huge shout out to the home team, man. We are Sacramento and the Loft 916. Fucking burn. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of team shit going on. Mario, his whole team over there. Monty, Miles Jolly, the whole team, man. Shout out y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of team shit. Normally I follow that up with a shout out CitySound Soundbyte and Freestyle Fridays. Here we are, you know what I'm saying? So shout out CitySound, shout out Soundbyte, shout out Freestyle Fridays. X James behind the motherfucking camera, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of team shit going on. But yeah, bro, we're glad to be here, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't tuned in before, it's real simple, bro. It's three. Whoa. How many times I'm gonna say three? three. It's three. Nah, yeah, it's 3 segments, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some local events. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk over here with my dog Dio, you know what I'm saying? Our dog Chuuwee, get into some questions about what he got going on, you know what I'm saying? What's coming up. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? That's always gonna close out with Wrk Radio. We're getting some dope shit, some local slaps, and you hear me? Vibe out. Let's motherfucking get into it. We with it? All right, local events are actually pretty hefty, you know what I mean? We actually got, you know what I mean? Yeah, me and my dog actually pulled a lot of shit up. I got the notes. I can fucking kind of get it started at least a little bit here. Let's see where we're at here, man. I gotta pull up my fucking phone because I'm not prepared. What's up? Look, man, live events starting. So right now we're looking in the later half of May, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get it kicked off May 11th, Vibe with SAC. That's at the Rush Room every second and fourth Thursday.
Yeah, they just changed that.
Bro. Their coverage, like their videos, we have yet to pop out, but like, bro, their media team, whatever, makes me want to go out there. That shit looks so lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it actually is as well. But the live instrumentation, the people rapping, bro. You heard of that shit?
No, it's called Vibe with Sac.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Where is it at?
Rush Room, so K Street.
They just changed it. Yeah, it used
what?
to be at Titan.
Yeah, so it's always on K Street.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm trying to slide there.
Yeah, they're going up, bro. The day after that, May 12th, Free Slash Friday. So that's a home team movement. You know what I'm saying? Community outreach. So you know what I mean? Clothes. Donations of any sort, whether it's food, money, whatever you got to do, man, whatever you're able to do, it's always appreciated. So pull up. That's what's going on, man. May 13th, Cheat Code actually found this show, real dope show. It's called the No Safe Art Show. It's at the Art Studio Sacramento, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. We don't know too much about it, besides that they're on some community shit. So, you know, pop out. I think it's more of a visual arts thing, right?
Word.
I'm pretty sure it's for visual arts.
Yeah, so check that shit out. May 19th, home team shit. Freestyle Fridays, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be at XL Smoke Shop,
I
regular
was supposed
vibes.
to go to the last one and I got faded at Streets of London. We were like super drunk watching the Kings game. Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's gonna be many more.
I ended up on some foolishness.
Yeah, more Freestyle Fridays and more Kings games. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking beam.
Yeah, no, not in the foreseeable future. But
I don't give a fuck. Like that beam, bitch. We pay good money for it, bitch. Light it.
Hey, listen.
Light it on a Friday night with some drinks.
That's another combo. That's another combo.
Yeah. Look, we're gonna cap it off like this. May 26th, open mic night. It's at this spot called the Seat at the Table. It's in Elk Grove. So this one, if y'all talk to, you know, if you guys know me and people around here, we talked like, bro, I went to school in Elk Grove. I grew up, spent a lot of time in Elk Grove, and I'm gonna tell you right now, wasn't nothing fucking out there, bro.
Yeah.
There was no fucking open mics going on in Elk Grove,
I founded Elk Grove Island in 2010. There ain't nothing going on.
Nah, hell nah, bro. Nothing going on out there, but a little bit of
Elk
good
Grove
weed
Island
smoke.
is off in a neighborhood. I can't remember what specific neighborhood. It's like off like White Lock. Like my baby mama used to live back there.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the little like water runoff, like the
Yeah, the sloughs and shit.
the sewer part.
Yeah.
It had like what looked like a fake island. Like I founded Elk Grove Island in 2010. There's nothing going on.
Now,
there's
now,
nothing happening.
Now there's an open mic night at a seat at the table, bro.
That's
Elk Grove,
crazy.
$6, bro.
That's
Go
what's up.
perform your shit, bro. It's
What's
right
up.
there, bro. It's in Elk Grove.
Wow,
So
they coming up.
they got a Costco and open mics now. Costco and open mics, bitches.
And a fucking
Another Walmart. Let's get it.
bro, let me read y'all. Like, this is what I found on Eventbrite. This is on their shit, bro. I'm taking notes. This is what they wrote. They said, every fourth Friday, we'll dim the lights and turn up the volume for open mic night. Join us as a performer or attendee and cheer on your fellow artists. Play an instrument, sing a song, or perform spoken word or a stand-up routine. You don't need to be an expert. A seat at the table books is a community-safe space and supportive environment for all. Open experience levels welcome. Doors open at 6:15. Event starts at 6:30.
All skill
Run it up.
levels welcome.
That's the best $6 you could spend on that motherfucking whatever
Novice,
day the night that is.
rookie, professional,
Slide up.
whatever.
Yeah, however you need it.
You might catch Dio in there fucking dropping
Feel me?
crazy advanced bars.
No, low key, like, cause they didn't have nothing going on like that back then. I might pull up.
Come
I
on,
might pull
bro.
up and drop like a 2-bar set.
That's that real movement
I mean,
shit.
2-song set.
You hear me? Drop that little location, Elk Grove, right there on the tag.
Out here, we
Yeah,
in
man.
the Grove, baby.
Come on, man. But look, that's events, bro. That's deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Normally, we only talk a few events, so to be able to talk about 6, 7 events,
Yeah.
that's that tight shit, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
pushing.
fire.
About to be summer, so there's gonna for sure
Gonna
be
continue
other
rolling,
ones
bro.
and shit.
Yeah.
Concerts
Oh,
and
you know
parties
what?
right
We didn't even bring up, but those Penny for Your Thoughts. You know, he's continuously doing those. That's
Oh,
Dre
for
T. Yeah, that's Dre T throwing those. So
Where's that at?
I think they're doing. Is he doing it with Foreign Native over there at their spot? I don't know.
in event
Yeah.
estate farms or whatever.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
I ain't been there yet. I'm gonna be there for Doey Day.
Oh, that's fire.
Is it dope?
Sick.
I ain't been
Yeah,
there yet.
it's
I don't
tight.
think I've been there. You've
Yeah.
been there?
I've never been there in person, but I've
It's
seen
like
But
it.
Excelsior
looks
Road,
fire.
something
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
It looks tight as fuck, bro. They got
Word,
a
word.
pergola out there.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Did they end up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm geek because I looked it up on the map. I was like, what the hell is going on? Over
Yeah,
there?
yeah. It's kind of out the way, but
Yeah.
it's like a big venue space. And
That's
shit,
Oh,
hard.
so
Yeah.
they do a bunch of stuff.
Has crazy capacity, I'm sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Events, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I think that's where it would be though, like
Yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I think. But don't quote us on it. We'll put the flyer up or something. I said that we were gonna do it last time, bro, and
No,
we definitely didn't.
No.
Yeah. Not at all. I went
Flyer
right
right
through
here.
that. Nothing
In
happened.
my hands.
Yeah. It's imaginary. You just gotta see it, envision it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Groundwork. You know what I'm saying? Let's motherfucking get to it, man. If you could, bro, just give us a soft intro for anybody who doesn't know who you are or isn't familiar with you, bro. Who are you? What do you do? How long you been doing it? What's up?
All right, my name is Gwyneth Paltrow. I've been featured in multiple films. Multi-million-dollar actress. No, I'm playing. My name is Dio. Well, I've been going by this moniker Dio recently. My name is Chuuwee. I'm from South Sacramento, California. I'm from Gerber, Powder Inn Road. I've been putting it on for the city for a long time. Probably about like 12, 13 years now. I've been putting on for the city. That's me.
That's right, bro.
Fire, bro.
Yeah, if you could talk a little bit about you called it, I think, a moniker, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of new. Yeah. So what is Dio? Where does that kind of come from? And
Okay, so I'm like heavy into spirituality and enlightenment, and I came across like a bunch of information. A good friend of mine, she gave me a reading. She's a gypsy. A good friend of mine gave me a reading, and she was telling me like, oh, you got like a spiritual counterpart, like you got like a spiritual follower helping you out along your path. I think you should like look into this lady. Like she is responsible for a lot of your successes. So I got the name Dio from like spiritual stuff. There's a lady named Dion Fortune that used to do like Rosicrucianism and different type of spirituality. We share a lot of characteristics, a lot of similarities. So I adopted the name Dio from Dion Fortune. Different stuff that I practice. Like I said, I practice Rosicrucianism. I practice a lot of spirituality. I got a lot of information and just different stuff from reading. So that's why I started going by Dio. It kind of, and well, my real name is Deontay too. So it all kind of just like, yeah, like it all just made sense. It was like full circle. So yeah, I got a lot of information from just different reading and different spirituality. And that's how I came up with the counterpart Dio. It's also Italian for God. So we are all our own God. you can believe in whatever God or spirituality you want to. That's perfectly fucking fine. But we are all our own God at the same time.
Come on.
Yeah, fire.
Talk about it, bro. Easy. Come on, bro.
Dio, I like it.
All right, well, tight, bro. Look, you said, you know what I'm saying, you've been putting on for the city, you know what I'm saying, 12, 10, 11, 13 years, whatever fucking may be. You know what
Been
I'm
a
saying?
while,
It's
though.
been a while.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know what, I've been tuned in, you know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to speak a little bit of kind of about what you've been doing, you know what I'm saying, musically, kind of, you know what I'm saying, how that all kind of came about, bro. What is that?
I first started. So like Lee Bannon is a super influential producer for the Sacramento scene. Like just period. Lee Bannon and I had a project called Hot and Ready. That was like my first introduction to the world, to the scene. That was when I first started getting on like blogs and crazy placements. And that was when I first started getting attention because of Lee Bannon. We did a project together. After that, I kind of just like kept doing my own thing, kept getting different opportunities. A couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to be on Yo MTV Raps Reboot. What else have I done? I just been holding it down for a long time, all independently. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Just
pushing.
I would be like the best equivalent to like the Sacramento currency, I guess. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of opportunities. I've had a lot of like foot in the door for a long ass time. I've been doing my thing like by myself independently, just different opportunities, different like almost in the mainstream, but not quite, for over like 9 to 10 years now. I have probably like, I can't count it. My cousin can count it accurately. I have probably like 30 albums on Spotify. I think
Over 35.
Funny, yep.
over 35. Okay,
We-
we're
yeah. We looked at it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. I have over 35 albums on Spotify.
Yeah, you hear me?
Shout out
Hella
you, bro.
groundwork.
Yeah,
bro.
we
that's
definitely-
it's just all groundwork. It's
Yeah.
like hella groundwork, just independent grind. I'm fortunate enough to be able to continuously create. You know, a lot of people they put something out and they work on it for a long time. I should probably do that, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to just consistently keep releasing. You know what I mean? Like I have the art in me and the art is received well. So every time I drop and every time I go to drop, like a lot of people, they tell me to like, oh, you got too much stuff to keep up with, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Like
still
I'm one
relates
of those
back.
artists that can do that. I can drop an album every month and it don't burn me out.
Yeah,
That
fire.
relates back to what you were saying about the Sacramento currency, right?
Right, exactly.
mean,
Yeah, like
same
Currency
type of
got
time,
like
bro.
40 albums,
Yeah, just-
42.
bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I'm fortunate enough to be able to just continuously release, continue to create. It don't get old, it don't get tired. People like they receive it well. They always telling me when I'm out and about, like, oh man, like nobody works as hard as you. You know what I mean? Like the love is there.
Yeah.
People definitely appreciate it, and like that's just how my mind work, man. Like
Yeah.
all I know is just creating. You know, once it gets slow, you start working on another one.
Right. That's right. Hell yeah, bro. I was curious, bro. So when we're looking, right, we were in the archives. You hear me? We was looking
Deep,
at, we was looking
Deep in
deep,
the
right?
YouTube and shit.
Yeah. We was deep, bro. And you know, it's cool because not a lot of people have that big of a catalog, at least that we've talked to. You know what I'm saying, in this
Huge
space.
catalog.
So the catalog's so huge, right? So we're talking about 12 years ago. We're looking at a video and you're rapping with a Forbes microphone in your hand. It's obviously like some writer from Forbes that was coming and fucking with you.
I was.
You have hella short hair.
You're right.
Yeah,
I
no
was
no
at
locks
South by
yet.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were doing
Yeah.
a showcase on artists that were like on their way. They were doing a showcase of artists who were upcoming and had made their way to South by Southwest.
Yeah.
So we had people actually, cause like damn, I don't want to embarrass myself, but I can't remember his name right now. My man hooked that up. Like he hooked that up because he went on to shoot for everybody, bro. Like he done shot for like Wiz, he done shot for Forbes, he done shot for NBC.
Mhm.
But my man hooked that up. Like he was like, yo, so and so is out here. He's doing Forbes interviews. Like I could set it up. I was like, yeah, set it up. And he set it up for me. But
Bro, you rapped on that motherfucker.
yeah,
That's
they
that's
were
tight, too.
they were
That's tight.
showcasing
there.
artists who were up and coming who had like made it to South by Southwest and they wanted to know about our journey and whatnot. And yeah, I went through a lot to get to that South by Southwest. I went through a lot.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask you. Right? Was
that spot is kind of the first place that we can see you pop up on the internet. I'm sure that there's other places, but like, you know what I'm saying? That's
That
what
said
we
11 fucking years
Yeah,
ago.
that's it. So that's what we see, right? And so when we see that, you know, the first thing you think is, well, you know, that's where he started. But then really what I think is kind of what you said is, you know, I'm really curious about the work that went in leading up to that point. The work that's not on there.
Okay,
I mean, were
so
you already in the
the
trenches? Were you already doing that?
Yeah, I had got to that point because I was working with a label called Amalgam Digital.
Okay.
And they actually were the first record label to ever have digital music. Like they were the first people next to iTunes, they were the first people to ever offer music to buy online. Like they're the first people to ever do that next to iTunes. Joe Budden used to be signed to them. Currency used to be signed to them. So like at a point, because of like stipulations, obviously they were not happy with their current situations and they were like on the other things. But because of stipulations, like them was my label mates at a point in time. You know what I mean? Like Max B, Currency, and Joe Budden was label mates of mine at a point in time because of like contract stuff. Right. But they was on to do other stuff already. Yeah, so I had linked with that label because, you know what, it was really like on some fluke shit. I had a homie, I had been putting in so much work. Like I'm one of them ones that'll go perform anywhere. Like if you tell me your grandma got a living room open in Carroll City, then I'll fly out there and I'll perform at it. Like I was one of those because they always taught me like, you know, you never know who's in that room watching. Mm-hmm. So that was real for me. I had been to Chico so many times and I had met a dude, damn, I can't remember his name. I'm on shrooms, so like that's the only reason why I'm off point right now. It's no disrespect to anybody. I don't want nobody to be mad. Because I can't remember the OG name right now. I do not want him to be mad. The OG was in a room that I was performing in, and like he knew the dude from Amalgam Digital. He knew DJ Next. So like he put it in his ear. Dude called me. I was in San Diego because I'm always traveling. Like I'm always moving around. You never know what room. Yeah. So I was in San Diego. Like I had no phone service or nothing. And like I get a call from like an Italian white dude randomly on a Thursday. And he like, yeah, man, I want to sign you. I'm like, this nigga talking about I need some bread. Like, you know what I mean? Like I spent all my Amtrak money to help the homie get groceries in SD. Like we was thugging it out. Yeah. This was probably like 2012. I'm like, fuck you talking about? I need some money. So he called me like, yo, man, I want to manage you. I think we can do some stuff. Woo, 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 woo. But that's how I got into the position of like even being able to do stuff like that. Because somebody just randomly saw me in a room in Chico. He knew dude, told him about me. Dude was looking for talent. He reached out and he called me. Like it was literally, you just never know what fucking room you would be in and something happened for you. Like literally. Right. And I went through some fuck ass shit with that label. But like I said, I went through a lot to get to that South by Southwest for that Forbes interview. Like, bro, I had to pay my way out there. Like, we almost didn't go. We ended up driving. I had to fly out to Boston, and we drove from Boston to Austin in a fucking van, in a Sprinter van. Yeah, like
real trip like
was
that.
Treacherous, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
It was like me and like 12 other niggas. It was treacherous, bro. But like that's just like some of the grind. I done been through the grind of grind, and I started grinding before you can make money for it. You know what I mean? Like at that point, I was releasing mixtapes on like Mediafire and shit. Like you get posted on two Dope Boys, but you needed at least like 300,000 downloads for anybody to give a fuck about what you was doing. Right. You know what I mean? And
you're on Hulk sharing some shit like that.
You know what I mean? And like, dude, my OG saw me in a room and he told him like, yo, you should fuck with this dude. I ended up going to Double XL. I ended up shooting a music video in Lower East Side, Brooklyn. I got a video called Ches Chit. I shot at Lower East Side Skate Park. Just random shit like that came because I was just on the grind so heavy. You know what I mean? Because you literally could not get paid back then. You just had to do what you could, get enough downloads, and hope that a label will like fly you out somewhere. This is when niggas was giving up like $1,000 advances.
That's a wild.
You know what I mean? Like that's barely enough to get the 5-hour session. You know what I mean? Like you can't even get the shit mastered. Shout out to Pete Space. I can't remember the name of their lab. Soundcap Studios. Back then, they fronted me so much studio time, bro. I think I still owe Pete Space some money for studio time now, bro. He did like my first 3 projects.
Okay.
Like, I was like, it's finna pop off, bro. I need help.
I remember that. I remember hearing about Soundcap and shit like that. That's funny.
Yeah, I've met Pete.
I was back in those days, bro. You literally could not make money for this shit. They was not giving up no bag. Yeah. You would get like 2 guest passes and your ticket out to wherever they had you performing at. Type shit. Yeah. I got stories, bro. We can talk about that. I got stories.
That's fine. Yeah. I was gonna ask you actually real quick because you mentioned like right in the beginning that they had like taught you that any room could be valuable. Who was it that either taught you that, or how did you figure that out?
So I started hearing that from just random like networking. You know, I was actually, I can't lie. Rest in peace, my heart, my soul. Kali Odin, Wrk, that's my OG. He actually gave me a push too. Right around the time when I got interest from Amalgam, I was doing a lot of shit with Doey. So Doey actually gave me like a big ass push because he almost got kicked off a tour for putting me on it. You know,
shit.
Raekwon don't have a cell phone type shit. And so Doey was on the Wu-Tang tour and he brought me on like 5 of them dates. And like Raekwon seen me on 2 of the shows and he was like, who the fuck is that? And Doey was like, oh, you know, like that's my man. That's my little homie. Woo. He was like, that nigga fired, but like next time, nigga, like that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like no cap. Yeah. Like Doey almost got kicked off the tour for bringing me on type shit. And it was that, you know what I mean? Like, him and my old manager, shout out Scotty, they was saying shit like that to me then, you know, like you never know who watching. Like if you was trash, Raekwon would have sent your ass home, bro. Like he would have sent you home, he would kick Doey, you know what I mean? Like you never know who watching, nigga, you got to give your all. You know what I mean? My mom was always telling me that shit. Like if it's only 3 niggas in there, you just do that shit because 3 niggas came to see it, so you do it. Yeah. And then once I started getting into like just different rooms, different networking, better positions, better opportunities, I was meeting a bunch of different people from blogs, a bunch of different people from labels and shit, and they would tell me the same shit. Like, yo, you never know who watching. Yeah. I can't remember his last name. It was my man BJ. My man BJ used to A&R for Sony, and he would tell me that shit all the time. Like he emailed me and be like, bro, like there's people in these rooms talking about you. Like, I know they don't reach out. I know they don't say shit to you. I know it might be early on, you know, you're not seeing what you want to see. It's niggas in these rooms talking about you, bro. Like, when I have my label meetings, they bringing your name up, bro. Like, and he was reaching out to me to see if I had any new shit that I could send to him so he could talk to the labels for it. Yeah. But it was around that time when I first started really networking. Like, that's when people was telling me vital advice like that. Valuable. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you never know who is talking about. To this day, like, people still be talking about me in rooms. You know what I mean? They don't reach out. I done got tagged in a couple of pictures. I done got text messages from random people. Niggas be like, oh, so-and-so was like playing your shit. My cousin tells me that somebody hit him up and swears to God that T-Pain was playing us on his Twitch one day. But you can't find it because it was, you know what I mean? Like Twitch. You can't find it. Yeah. But like, you never know who's talking about you, bro. And that was like actually some of the most vital advice that I ever got in my life. Sure. Like you always, Tyler the Creator just said that recently. I can't remember who he was talking about because I listened to the dude he was talking about. I can't remember his name, but it's a dude from Britain. Tyler the Creator actually like put him on. Oh yeah, he's because he was talking about scrolling through YouTube. He was like, this shit had like 300 views. You never know who's watching. It had like nothing. Bro. It was like they 6 won't listeners. Reach out, and it's kind of frustrating, low key. But I get it, you know. Because a lot of people don't be on point. A lot of people got so many personal issues that they're hard to work with, et cetera, et cetera. I kind of get it, but you never know who's watching, man. You just got to keep doing your thing and just like keep representing yourself as best as you can. Like the art is always the first impression, you know? Like nothing else really matters. I know a lot of people be rapping about niggas not having a bag or having a chain. None of that shit matter. You know what I mean? Like the art is always representative. Like Leor Cole in a scroll past your shit right now. If you got 6 chains on, that's not what made him think he could sign you. You know what I mean? Sure. Yep. That's fire too, because it just feels like because there's so much more access, like you were saying, like you couldn't really get paid back then. Yeah, bro, I come literally from the download era. Yeah. You know, like I've outlived a lot of the mixtapes that I've dropped a lot of the download sites that I've dropped mixtapes on, I've outlived them. You know what I mean? I think we should speak a little bit. I know a lot of the people that are tuned in with us, you know what I'm saying? I know some people are our age, but a lot of the viewers and listeners are younger. And so right, of course, there's the CD era, right? Everybody knows about the CD era, right? And we all know about the Apple Music, Spotify era. Yeah. But the iTunes, Livewire, Media, I'm talking about that middle ground, that middle ground area. Still alive. They like working on that site or whatever. Like I'm talking about like Dat Piff live mixtapes. Yes. Like I got hot joints, new hip hop. I got joints on live mixtapes that went viral before viral was viral.
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation,
Come
bro. Like
on, bro. That's tight.
I was number 3 in Sacramento on Reverb Nation for like 7 years straight. And that never meant nothing to me because I never had that type of respect for Reverb Nation. You know, I was like this is some SoundCloud ass, you know what I mean?
It's like the audio Mac of right now.
The facts are there though, bro. Like I was number 3 for like a year in Sacramento. I was number 3.
And people were on that motherfucker.
Like,
they had
bro,
charts.
like some niggas stole a bunch of my music off Reverb when I had first started working with Triz. Like when we did the first A&B tape, like niggas was stealing my music off Reverb, pretending like it was theirs. Like
that's the America's Most Blended.
Like, bro, you're right. America's Most Blended. That's an era. Like that shit got like 30 million streams. That shit got
no
like
cap, bro. Like, real numbers before the bot farms, bro.
Yeah,
30 million streams before the bot farms, bro.
I'm quietly,
before you could pay for that shit.
Making hella noise, bro. Like I've been relevant. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate of that. You know what I mean? It's not a flex at all. Like I'm very grateful for that. Like I am always fortunate to be relevant. You know what I mean? Like every time I drop, every time I do some shit, I'm relevant. Somebody always talking about me. Somebody always know about what's going on. Like we got one of them A&B songs in the fucking Jonah Hill made a playlist. What's the movie called? The skate movie? 1998. Is that what it's called?
That's a new one?
Or 2000s. What's the skate movie called? It's kind of old. Jonah Hill made a skateboard movie. And he made a playlist on Spotify of songs that he was listening to while he was writing that movie. Okay. And one of our A&B songs got put on that playlist. Like, I am a relevant factor in the internet fucking community, bro. Like, niggas know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill made a playlist on Spotify of songs that he was listening to while he wrote that movie. And nothing at all from America's Most Blended is in that playlist. Because I did a Thizzler cipher and I shouted him out because of that. Like, I knew the Thizzler cipher was going to go crazy. So I was like, shout out Jonah Hill. Mid-90s out right now.
What year was the Thizzler cipher? Because Thizzler's been around for a pretty good run now, too, right? Like 5 or 6 years at least?
That shit was funny, too, because I think that was 2019.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was a little bit ago, but that shit was hilarious because they've never posted me on their blog. So they reached out to me and they wanted me on the cipher. So I put that in my verse. Like I put that in my verse. I've never been posted on here and they wanted me in the cipher. And when I dropped that bar, they were like, and they ran up to like bro and them. I swear to God, I put this on my child. Bro and them ran up to me. He was like, we posted you. Y'all have never posted me before. I pulled the phone out. I searched my name in their website. And then after that, so they gave me all the plug-in, right? They gave me all the plug-in. They was like, yo, like, hey, tap in. They gave me all the stuff to tap in. And then when I tapped in, they still never posted me.
Hey, man, shout out them. You know
some people going to love that shit.
Shout out to Thizzler. They still never posted, bro.
Yeah, man, well.
Motherfuckers.
Shit. Hey, man, you know what I mean? Fuck them, respectfully, or not, you know what I mean?
Say, Chuuwee, you gotta tap in with CSSB. That's the channel right here. YouTube. We gonna we post you like a motherfucker.
My God.
Yeah, that's what we on, bro.
Hometown, yeah.
We was slapping the Freeverse earlier.
Nice.
That's just tight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just real classic shit. X James shot that. Funny how that goes.
Yeah. I lost my goddamn backpack that day. I lost my backpack. I lost 2 laptops. I lost like a bit of music that day. I was on some other shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I think somebody brought it later. Car to keep it solid.
I was about to say you just be running around, so it's just.
Bro, I be outside, man. I be like physically like outside.
Speaking of backpacks, brother, how does Jansport and Chuuwee ever? How does that fucking collab come together?
I was a part of. So I had a business partnership with a licensing company called Beats and Rhymes. Shout out my man Brian. I can't remember his last name right now.
Hey, we scrap the names. Scrap the names. Rest of the show. Just shout out them.
Shout out my man Brian. Though. I was a part of a licensing company called Beats and Rhymes, and they was sending me a bunch of shit because that's probably I did 3 things with them. So we sold a song to Black and Mild, but it's for like outdoor licensing only. So like if you was at a college and Black and Mild pulled up, there's a song of mine that'd be playing at their little tent.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like they're legit. Yeah. They license the music they play.
Yeah,
right. We sold them. we sold them a joint. And then I got the Jansport joint, but I didn't know about that. Like bro, them kind of did some shady shit. I didn't know about that shit until like a minute after. But we sold 2 joints to Jansport. In that same like Beats and Rhymes handles like all of the licensing and publishing for NBC.
Oh,
So
okay.
anytime NBC need anything for TV shows, et cetera, they go straight to them. And so I got a whole ass fucking album with this company. And so he was like, I'm going to try to license some of these songs from the album. Because the album never came out. We still been like talking about that. But I kind of just be like ducking and dodging that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But the album never came out. It's called Illustrious. I got a whole album with a licensing company. And they wanted to look more like a record label. So that's why we did that. After we got that Jansport, we got the Black and Mild joint, we got 2 Jansport joints. And then after that, I actually have a song on Better Call Saul. The episode is 50% off. I don't know what number it is or what season. The episode is 50% off, but I got a song. These niggas pull up in a green hoopty and they trying to get their dope out of the fucking rain gutter.
Yeah.
And when they pull up, they playing my song. Yeah. I got a song
That's
on
fire.
Better Call Saul. Yeah, it's called, because it's on Spotify. What is that shit called?
He said he got too much
It's
catalog.
called Yes, Yes, Y'all. It's called Yes, Yes, Y'all. I got
Okay.
a song on Spotify called Yes, Yes, Y'all. That shit is in the episode 50% off on Better Call Saul.
That's nuts. That's tight.
Yeah,
bro.
and that's just because I link with them because I had been working with some Germans that was working with them. And dude heard some of my shit and he was like, yo, like I want to work with him. So they just plugged me in. Like I got-
Germans, they was here, they're from Germany, or like you was already
No, I
with some...
did I did some album like my homies JR and PA7, they from Germany. I did some shit with them. They work with licensing companies and shit. A bunch of people that reached out to me. And then I worked with another dude named Shuko. Shuko produced for a dude named Crow. Crow was like the Mac Miller of Germany.
Okay.
For lack of better words. Crow was very, very big. I ended up working with his producer. Like one of his main producers ended up wanting to work with me.
Fire.
Just on some fluke shit, yeah. And so we got joints. Cause like shout out A-Wing. I got a single with an incredible fucking soul singer from Germany named A-Wing. That shit just hit 6 million streams last week. Like earlier.
Come
this
on,
week.
bro.
Yeah, no, I'm
Regular.
foreign famous, bro.
Ooh, yeah. It's tight,
You be
brother.
out.
Foreign,
You be
I'm
out.
too humble for my own good, yeah.
You be out overseas.
Bro, I've been, but I ain't been recently.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I've been. I was out there for like 2 months.
So are those relationships, like, you feel like you've been curating for, like, a long time? Like, is that something that's already been in your head? Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to link with somebody, make music with somebody from Germany. Because I don't think that that's a big thing. At least, like, unless I'm asleep for artists local to our community nowadays, I don't hear a lot about that. Like, let me collab with somebody in fucking
I always wanted
Europe.
to do bigger shit like that because, like, so even currently in my mind right now, I'm an R&B singer. Like, I don't do too
Tight.
much. I don't do too much rapping like that. Like, I know I didn't release some rap shit, but that's because it was like already planned to release. I don't do too much rapping like that. I've been trying to work on like different shit, and I got like different spectrums of music. But that was always some shit in my mind. Like, I always wanted to just go further. I always wanted to go overseas because I wanted to live in Europe my whole fucking life. I did a project on the UK when I was like 7 and was like, I'll move to UK when I get older. But that was just always something I think I subconsciously set in my mind. But nah, like I was just fortunate enough to do that. I think that was just in my cards. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And I done wrote music with A-Wing. I done wrote music for, so like there's a shorty that I'm cool with. Shout out Juliana. We got a couple crazy ass records out. I done wrote music for a fucking model who was on the equivalent of like German's America's Top Model.
Oh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
fire.
Like I done wrote music for a model. Like we done been in the lab for like 16, 17 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 day sessions. You know what I mean? Like that's just what was in my cards. I always wanted to be a songwriter.
Mm.
You know, I always wanted to write shit for other people because even to this day, like certain songs can't be a Chuuwee song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's certain shit
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the perspective and the aspect that people expect of me that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
But you could think it up.
Exactly.
And you
like,
can write it for that.
I got
motherfucker.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
my ability to write is insane. But some shit I might not be able to hit the vocal range, or it just
yeah.
might be weird.
It just
to my
sounds different
audience.
coming from you. and
Right,
shit.
right. My audience might be like, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I mean? Like they might
Yeah.
not get it. So I was just been fortunate enough. It's literally just in my cards. You know what I mean? Like nothing that I persistently set out for, or nothing. Just the opportunity came. I jumped on it as soon as I can, but I never really like went out for that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it just came one day, and I was like, "Damn!" Like I low key been trying to do this forever. Like I'm ready for this. I'm built for this.
Yeah. That's right, bro.
How much of that have you gotten to do, like, in a more recent?
Oh
setting,
man,
guess?
like that's all recent. Like
Gotcha.
just this last couple earlier this year, I wrote some more joints for Juliana. Like we got a joint out right now called Falling Slowly. Like I said, she's a model. Like
yeah,
she's an incredible singer, but she's a model. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
so, like I'm just like blessed and fortunate enough I'm honored actually to be like, yo, like they hit me up. They wanted me to write some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was at the Spotify studios like 2 or 3 months ago with A-Wing. I gotta say this because like how ghetto I am. Like I'm from South Sac, so I was the only nigga in there, bro. Like you feel me? Like I'm in there with dreadlocks and shit. And it's just like me and just like a bunch of wonderful white women. Writing music, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and my man was in there with the guitar and shit. Like, it was just me and a bunch of wonderful women, bro. I was the only man. Once the guitarist left, I was the only man. Like, it was 2 men and a bunch of wonderful women just writing music, bro. Yeah. And I felt very honored to be in that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the type of music that I make, the mind state that I make my music in, the environment that I come from, I felt very honored to be in that room, bro. And everybody accepted me like, we wrote some crazy shit, and they looking at me like, "Oh, this nigga's Rick Rubin." You know what I mean? Like they looking at me like, "This is Babyface reincarnated." This nigga's a different animal.
You from a different world.
You know what I mean? They was looking like, "Man, this nigga's poetic." You know what I mean? Like every input that like they looking to me for input at that point. You know what I mean? Like they like, "What do you think?" Like, I think we should do this. You know what I mean? Like I was very accepted. I was almost renowned even, you know what I mean? Like they was like this nigga is a songwriter. Like we want to work with him.
That's fire shit though. The acceptance is dope. Right, like you said, like coming from anywhere other than where they're from.
Like I'm from Gerber, bro. I'm from Power Inn. So like that lets you know like your mind is very powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Your contribution to art is accepted, bro. They recognize you as a songwriter. They want your input. They want your opinion. They want you to come and do some work. Yeah, like that definitely like woke me up. Like, nigga, I'm him. I'm one of those. I'm
gonna do some up.
It's like a.
I mean, I'm one of those.
It's like a what's it called? Like a. I don't even know the word.
A revelation.
Damn near.
Yeah, like I'm one of those, bro. I'm one of those.
Come on, bro.
Or even just like a good little like boost.
That
like,
too, yeah. The confidence level definitely increased that day. Like I was like, yeah, I'm in here. Like I said, I'm in here with a bunch of wonderful white women.
Come on, man. Dio was here.
Dio was here and he wrote like 6 songs.
That's right. Speaking of Dio was here, you know what I'm saying, man? These transitions been on fucking point today, bro. No cap, you know. Run it up.
What's the deal was here tour? Can you let everybody know?
So I put out I've been on tour since December.
Yeah, I kind of peeped that too. I was like, what's the deal with that?
I booked it my whole self. Like I kind of just be putting shit out into the open. Like I said, I'm very spiritual. So I was like, fuck. How it started was I came out with an album called Falling Up. That album was about me contemplating retirement. I feel like I've never fallen off or fallen down. I've only ever fallen up. Like even in my lowest moments, I've had like some of the highest points in my life. So I've only ever fallen up. I put that album out because that was supposed to be my retirement album. My mom talked me out of it. A lot of people talked me out of it. But I still have like certain resentments and or like issues as an independent artist. Like I'm fully independent. I've been doing all this shit from the living room my whole life. I started doing Dio Was Here because it had got so bad at a point that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna disappear. Like I started going to school for coding and shit. I got a 3-year-old daughter. So shit just got like so crazy for me. And then, you know, like they changing the game. They not giving niggas as much for the streams. Yeah. I'm not hurt, but I'm definitely conscious of my career and my environment. You know what I mean? Like, not broke, but I'm conscious. And so, like, if I continue doing what I'm doing, I will be broke. So I was just looking for different shit to get into because I felt like just having a child, this shit wasn't realistic anymore. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Like, when it was just me, it was cool, but now I got a baby, and so the shit just started feeling unrealistic to me. Dio Was Here was... Because I said it in a verse. I can't remember what verse. It's not out yet. But I was like, had to grab a tour before I bid you my adieu or some shit like that. Like I was like, before I leave, before I leave, I had to grab me a tour. I can't remember what song that is, but the line was like, before I leave, I had to grab me a tour. And I was like, you know what? Like before you just ultimately like fake disappear for a long ass time, you should definitely try to hit the road because like COVID and a bunch of other shit like stopped me from hitting the road. I hadn't been on the road since like 2018. Right. And I just knew it was within my power. So I was like, fuck it, I'm finna go on the road before I like go to school and start doing some other shit. Cause like niggas gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? And there's still time for you to hit the road. So like, yeah, I've been on tour since December, and as of right now, I'm on tour till July. Like we got dates until July. What is it, May? We got dates until July right now. Like I finally got Concert in the Park.
That was
Doughy
fire.
Day.
Yeah.
Concert in the Park and Doughy Day are the last 2 dates of tour. So far, we still got like negotiations and shit that we've been talking about. But yeah, since December, I've been hitting the road, and that was because I wanted to leave an impact, and that's why I was like, Dio was here. You know what I mean? Like, what's the fucking phrase? Vini Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. I was on some shit like that. My last album that I put out was called Dio. That was very important to me. It was like the midpoint of like a series that I had going on. Like that album was very important to me. I had been working on it for like 4 or 5 years. I just wanted to really like leave that imprint. You know what I mean? Like before I go, before anybody asks, what the fuck ever happened to so-and-so? Before I am officially marked as falling off, I wanted to leave a thumbprint. And like, yeah, that was like the slogan, like the catchphrase that I came up with. Like, nigga, Dio was here. And it just stuck. You know what I mean? Like everywhere I went, I've been literally posting that in all of my fucking Instagram posts since December. Dio was here. And then some weird ass shit after. Dio was here. He had flowers in the back. Dio was here. He's on shrooms. Dio was here. But it just, like, that was literally just me leaving my thumbprint. You know what I mean? Like, before I disappear, nigga, Dio was here. He left a mark. Niggas gonna remember him when he don't come around anymore.
Yeah. That's fire, though.
Has that mindset changed at all? Or is that still kind of where you at?
Yeah,
it changed a little bit, but it's kind of still where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like,
you kind of on the fence a little bit.
It might all just be self-projection, but like, yeah, I'm still on the fence. You know what I mean? Like, you do as much as you can until you can do some more, but at some point, it just might seem like you might need to just fall back some. You know what I mean? Especially for like my mental health, for my child, for just like realistic living. You know what I mean? Like, I might need to fall back just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I've been putting my all into this shit for a long time. Like, I've been doing this shit damn near 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I first started this shit when I was like 17. I'm 32.
Yeah.
You know,
crazy.
I've been doing this shit for a long time. So I want to find other shit to invest in, and I just want to actually, like, my baby mom used to tell me all the time, like, you gotta stop and smell the flowers. And I never really, like, cared about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to smell the flowers. I'm gonna be 40 in 8 years. I kind of want to smell the flowers for like 3 of them.
Set amount and
shit. You know what I
shit.
mean? Like, I just want to kick it for a little bit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, shit, I think somebody just recently we was talking about, it's like sometimes you got to take 2 steps back so you can take 10 forward.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or sometimes you got to just sit down a minute until you can move forward again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's always interesting. Like,
You can't always keep stepping. Sometimes you got to sit down.
as an artist
Talk
too,
about it.
because you'll never lose it. It's like, it's kind of, I don't want to say
Right, it's
easy.
within me. Like, this shit been in me my whole life. I started rapping because my mom was rapping.
Right,
You know?
that's fire.
I was writing poetry when I was like 6 or 7, and I walked in the room one time, asked my mom for some juice. She had a whole fucking setup in the corner of the bedroom. I was like, oh yeah,
Crazy.
fuck. I seen a Wu-Tang video like earlier that week. I think it was like Killer Bees or some shit. And I walked into the room. My mom, like, I walked in. I was like, Mommy, and she's like, what you want? I'm recording. Like, she got hella mad. She peeled the little. She had them damn beads, them bead curtains.
Yeah.
She peeled the little bead curtain back, and it looked like a spaceship in there, bro. I was like, wow. I was like, nigga, my mom is rapping. I went in the room. I was like, yeah, it's a rap. Like, I'm about to rap, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to rap. Like, my mom does it. The fuck.
Yeah, I'm rapping.
Like, you know, like, that was my biggest idol at the time. Like, my mom was my biggest idol at the time. Like, she was the coolest nigga ever to me. She had the swag. She had dumbass swag, bro. Like, my mom was that nigga at the time to me. You know, I had both my parents in my life. I was fortunate for that. But my mom was that nigga, though. Like, I was like, my mom is that nigga, bro. Like, what? Nigga, I want to be like my mom. That's why I got, like, divine feminine energy in me right now. Like, my mom was that nigga, bro. She was dripped. I walked in there. She was recording. She had the headset on. She was looking like DJ Quick, nigga. I was like, oh, it's a rap, bro. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, my mom does this. This is what I'm on, bro.
Yeah.
And you were like a kid.
Bro, I was 7 years old. Like, oh, yeah, it's up. It's up. I'm going to be a rapper.
Yeah.
The first rap I ever wrote, I was like 8.5 years old. I tried to write a rap to Green Sleeves by Beethoven. Okay. That was the first rap I ever tried. I wrote. And like, I had a crush on this chick in my elementary. I was in like 4th or 5th grade. I had a crush on this chick in my school named Ashley. I remember in the line, I was like saying something about like Ashley's my wife, like, and I tried to rap it to her and shit. Like a couple days later at the school, and she turned me down. Like it was crazy. I was like, fuck that. This is what I'm gonna do.
Fucking Ashley, man.
I was writing fucking. They had like bring your kid to work day and shit. I went with my dad one time. He always worked for Kaiser. He always been a courier for Kaiser. He delivered X-rays and shit.
Yeah.
It's like now he like the top. They call it fleet services. He like one of the top niggas in fleet services. He got an office and shit. Like they come to him. He do all the schedules. Yeah, nice. When I first went to like bring your kid day with my dad, I was like fucking 11. I'm still writing poetry. Still trying to write raps and shit. I'm in the break room. This nigga, he doing this thing. I'm in the break room writing poetry and shit, writing raps. Nigga, like it's just in me. Like it's been a part of me forever. So like, yeah, if I fall back from it for a second, it'll be all right. Cause like I ain't gonna never lose it. It's a part of me.
Yeah, you always come back at some point to do whatever capacity that is.
I'll probably still create for myself too. Like,
yeah,
and for my daughter, cause like one of her favorite fucking songs is a Chuuwee song, ironically. Yeah. So like, I'll always create. I just don't really have the energy as of now to create for profession. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like I got to take a break from that. It's not mentally healthy.
Yeah. Talk about it. Real shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that we talk to are very early off in their journey. You know what I'm saying? Are just now getting kicked off. So it's cool to get some real perspective on.
Even if you don't fucking like, even if you this is one thing that I always got to point out to people because like this is the existence that I live. You don't have to be Wiz Khalifa. You don't have to be Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because like Drake is Drake. You know what I mean? Like I can be Chuuwee because there's enough people. I have almost 500,000 listeners a month to this day, even with like my weird mental inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? Like I am Chuuwee and I could be Chuuwee because there's room for me to be that. You know, like some niggas heard my shit. They loved it. People want to hear from Chuuwee. If you're Lil Cameraman, like there is a space for Lil Cameraman. There's a space for Lil Rapper Guy. There's a space for MC SoundCloud. Like whoever the fuck you are, there's a space for you. You don't have to be the next big nigga. You just have to speak to the people that are listening to you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I've been able to be a driving force without no label, you know, on my own terms for this long of a time. You can be whoever the fuck you are. You don't have to be the next big thing because there's definitely a market and a range for everybody to speak to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, my shit has always been about speaking to whoever is listening. I never try to drive nothing down nobody's throat. I got 500,000 listeners on Spotify because I never tried to like jump ship to Apple Music. I never tried to force nobody to SoundCloud. Like whatever is working, all right, cool, nigga, I'm just keep working there. If y'all listening on Spotify, keep listening. It's available on everything. It's available everywhere. If that's where y'all listening at, cool, keep listening there. You wanna it's an age-old fucking phrase because Yo Gotti low-key stole it from me. I said it before Yo Gotti did. Then he tweeted it. It got thousands of fucking retweets. Fuck with who, fuck with you. I said that shit before anybody did. Fuck with who, fuck with you. You don't want to try to jump into markets that you're not a part of. You want to build your own market. It's not as scary or not as hard to build your own market. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't step on no toes. Just do you. Just pull up, say what you got to say, tell your story, live your life, go through your experiences, and share them with your people. It's always room for you to be whoever the fuck you are. You don't have to be Jay-Z because he's already Jay-Z. He's about to fucking... Like he's gonna be done soon. You know what I mean? He already retired and came back, but like he getting older. He got kids. He, you know what I mean? Hey, he ain't gonna be doing this shit no more. He gonna be paying into the NFL and shit like that. Like he already starting to do.
The halftime shows.
You know what I mean? Like 21 Savage gonna get old one day. He gonna have kids and ain't gonna be no more 21 Savage. Yeah. Like everybody has their own lane, so you don't have to be the next nigga because they already the nigga and they gotta obtain that. So you just be you. It's always enough space for everybody to be whoever the fuck they are. There's millions of people, bro. Somebody is waiting to hear your story. They just ain't heard it yet.
Talk about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real fucking shit, bro.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And speaking to somebody who got a catalog over 35 albums, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you know, I think people get it, but I don't know if they quite get it, how that residual income works. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
I've been blessed, though. I've always had the best opportunities, and like I'm like the king of one-off. Like I got trapped in a deal one time on some fluke shit. Like it was a one-off deal, and then it was management, and then they switched my shit around and said that we had a record label contract. Like I got fucked over one time, and after that I was just observing. Yeah. And so I think Wiz was talking about that shit in Drink Champs not too long ago. I've always had private investors. And one-off projects. So like nigga send me like 20 bands and then he'll just get his when he can. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
yeah.
I've never really signed to nobody. And if I did, it was like, nah, I'm just give you this project. That's it. I've always been on that type of hype. I'm very, very, very intuitive to the music industry. Like I've been in it for so fucking long and I've been around it for so fucking long that I've always just sought out the best situations. You know what I mean? So like I've been fine. I've been perfectly fucking fine. I've been fortunate enough to raise a kid off this shit. But like I said, it just don't look the same no more. And the shit that they're expecting, some things I just will not ever do. You know what I mean? Like some people would do a lot of shit. I won't ever do certain shit. And so like, yeah, it's just best for me to just do it on my own, nigga, or just like fall back for a minute. Cause some shit I just will not ever do. Like I ain't really finna be on TikTok, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like certain shit I just will never do. Like you can never get me to do that shit. Like even if you paid us, I'd have some nigga doing it for me. It wouldn't be me.
Oh God, talk about it. Real shit, bro. Groundwork, baby. Real shit, man. Deal was here.
Well, you fucking
was here with a pound of trees.
You mentioned concerts in the park. You kind of said finally type shit. Is this the first time you out there in concerts in the park?
Yes, I've been trying to get concert in the park for like 7 years.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like it was always some type of I think they had a certain perception of me. Like nobody ever. Some other forces that may be also, because it'd be a lot of like weird stuff going on. But I think they had like a certain perception of us because like our hair and whatnot, et cetera, et cetera. I think they just had a perception of us and they never really like accepted who we actually are, nor did they even know who we actually are. You know what I mean? Especially like me and my cousin, we in a band, Imaginary Friends. Like, I think a lot of people have, even when people send me beats, they be like, oh, I heard you on this. Like, bro, I don't rap like that no more. That was back then. Like, I got a whole, like, artistry. Like, back then, I ain't had no artistry. I was just doing what I thought. So I just think it was a lot of, like, misunderstanding of who we are artistically. But, like, yeah, they finally got us out there. And it was funny, too, because I had submitted, you know, they do the submission.
Yeah.
I submitted. I ain't hear nothing. The homie tagged, like, they was tagging people. They was like, who you want to see a concert in the park? And the homie tagged me. He was like, oh, like, y'all should get Chuuwee. And I replied to him, like, I just did my submission last week and they ignored it. They always ignore it. And like 2 months later, they're like, hey, we want to have you for a concert in the park. I'm like, oh, what? So, like, yeah, I think it was just like a misunderstanding of the artistry. Plus, I don't know, you get everything when you deserve it. You know what I mean? I think I just been putting in so much work and I didn't got to like a certain point that like finally it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's have him out. Like, I think the maturation of me finally came around. So they like, yeah, let's have him out. Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to get that shit forever. Literally. I've been trying to get that shit since 2015, 2014. We've been trying to get concert in the park for a minute, bro.
Got it now.
Like, finally, yeah. Finally.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not going to disappoint either.
Whoa.
We're not going to disappoint either. We got like a crazy-ass set prepared. Like, we're not going to disappoint.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Hell yeah. Well, it's dope to see for sure. You know, the lineup and shit like that.
Yeah, it's me and Eric Bellinger. I'm geeked.
I know. I saw
Hey, that's
I fuck with Eric Bellinger. I hope he do Wifey on the weekend and not like that. Them my joints.
Hell yeah.
I really want to ask this one. I think this is going to be pretty tight, bro. I think you've already spoken a lot on it already. Right. But, you know, when we get towards the end of the interview process, something that we usually like to chop up is, you know, obviously it's 1,000 lanes to success. There's so many different ways that people could measure it, you know what I'm saying? And if we could just pick your brain a little bit, especially after you just kind of talking about, you know, time invested, everything that's been going on, just kind of, you know, if there was a measuring stick for what does it look like for Dio, for Chuuwee to be successful, you know what I mean? If you are already that, if there's room for whatever it would be, you know what I'm saying? What is that, if there is one?
Success is suggestive to me. I think it all pertains to what you personally are trying to achieve. You know what I mean? Because, like, I've met a lot of people who have, like, bloomed in their neighborhood, and that's all they really wanted to do. And then once you start doing stuff past that, if you wasn't ready for it, it become overwhelming. You know what I mean? So, I think success is suggestive in one aspect, but I personally feel like I'm successful because okay, I'm definitely not where I want to be, and there's always room for improvement. It don't matter how successful you are. Like, you can win a Grammy tomorrow, and you could still get a Nobel Peace Prize like next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
There's always room for improvement, but I definitely feel like I'm successful because I did all this with my own hand. You know what I mean? I personally and physically climbed through all these obstacles. I went through all this shit myself. I just did research. I did knowledge. I've never had nobody behind me. I had somebody behind me like one time, and then they lied about how much they spent when they tried to sue me for it. You know what I mean? Like, I've had somebody behind me like one time, but a lot of this shit is literally just like spiritual inclination. You know what I mean? Like, I just been in that right mode at that right time. I've been focused. I've been pursuing different opportunities, and I've been moving amongst the vibrational energy that I feel like I'm supposed to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do what you're supposed to do. You stay out the way. You fall back from certain shit. You don't take everything that come your way. I personally feel like I'm successful just because of how long I've been doing shit. I did it all by myself. Like, a lot of people be saying that shit, but I literally did all this shit by myself. Like, I've been doing this shit from the living room since like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, straight the fuck up. I started in my mama's living room. I was in the homie garage. Got my own living room at some point. You know what I mean? Like, I've literally done all this shit with my own hands. I got on MTV by myself. Shout out to the homie because he reached out. He was doing like consulting or some shit. Like, yo, they need a person. Somebody flaked. They need a person. Like, are you down? Niggas gave me 48 hours to prepare my shit. You know? So, like, I've literally just always been in the right position at the right time. I've been focused. I've been on point. I pull up anywhere. I pull up everywhere. I just literally just put all my ducks in a row and just stuck to it. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say I'm successful. But like I said, there's always room for improvement, though. Like, even if you got a $6.5 million mansion right now, nigga, you could definitely get a 12.6. You know what I mean? Like, there's always room for improvement. And improvement is actually the most important aspect of growth and, like, success. You know what I mean? Like, anybody could get complacent with whatever. You could get whatever Beamer, whatever. You could get the SRT Demon tomorrow, but, like, nigga, like, there's so much more shit you can do. You know what I mean? There's always so much more shit you can do. I personally feel like I've done everything that a rap nigga could do. That's why I'm doing songwriting now. Because there's always some more shit you can do. There's always way more accolades that you can achieve, nigga. It never stops.
Yeah,
ever.
for sure. Definitely.
Some people don't get on to they 60 because there's always so much more you can do.
Yeah. Real shit.
Samuel Jackson. Wasn't he like 50 or something?
Marlon Wayans, he was on hot for hella years. Now you're on hot again. You know what I mean? Like, it come to you when it comes to you, and you get everything you deserve.
That's right.
Yeah, straight up. He was talking about in the beginning, really like putting on for the city and shit. And you say you be everywhere and stuff like that.
I be everywhere.
So that's one thing. Is it important for you to come back and show some love every once in a while? Or
I feel like it is. I have not been as in touch because there's so much shit going on a segregated level in the city. But I'm always in tune with the city, though. You know what I mean? Like, I will be anywhere because niggas always be like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm just here. I will be anywhere. Like, I always try to pull up anywhere showing love and just peeping the scene. You know what I mean?
Right.
I done been in a couple Freestyle Fridays.
Yep.
I remember at the old spot when y'all was throwing shows, I done popped in the random ass shows. Like, I just always be pulling up wherever because shit, it was on some extra fluke shit. The homie actually wanted me to come out because he was opening, but I was at the Gritty Lake show in SF. Nigga, I be everywhere. I be everywhere.
Acre was down there.
Bro,
One of our partners was down there.
Bro, I be popping out. Like, yeah, I end up performing at that shit. I be popping out. Like, I just be everywhere because I just be trying to. I have so much love for the city and, like, I'm from here and I feel like I've been everywhere in the world. So I have such an artistic vision that I be looking at the city that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same way somebody will look at Ice Spice or some shit. Like, that's how I'm looking at people in town. The same way somebody like, oh, Lil Durk or whoever the fuck is, Lil Tyler or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, whoever is popping outside the town, I look at everybody in town that way. Like, I'm like, yo, these niggas got potential. These niggas gonna do their thing. I've been listening to everybody, bro. I still be jamming Shooter Gang Coney, fucking Rest of His Soul. Nigga, I be bumping the shit out of Briss. Like, I listen to everything. You know what I mean? Like, especially because I have an artistic vision and the town is growing into an artistic place.
Yeah,
so I
for
have
sure.
that respect for it. You know what I mean? Like I see everybody's vision, and I'm like, I'm on it, bro. Like I might not tweet about shit because I be on my own hype, but like I know what's going on. I keep my ear to the street.
That's fire. There anybody that you kind of look at right now that's kind of young? Somebody maybe that is kind of similar in that type of creator. He looked and saw somebody with 6 listeners type shit.
Germ, the homie. I think it's Vonnie Knoxville. I think it's Vonnie. Who else? Shit. Every time they put me on the spot like this.
It's tight though, bro.
Lexus fire as fuck. Gritty Lexus fire as fuck. Who else? Goddamn.
That's a strong 3-piece.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at 3.
I mean, there's so many, like you said.
Zay the Prophet is fucking crazy. I think that nigga has so much potential. I think that nigga could be like.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to say that because bro had some controversy. Not Zay. The person I was gonna compare him to had some controversy, and I don't want to put that on Zay's name. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna keep saying that Zay is fire. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
he said, "Fuck."
It's a nigga that he's just as dope as, if not doper than. We're not gonna bring it up though, because like there was some controversy.
That's funny.
Who else, man? I got an endless list. Like if you go through my Spotify right now, it's full of sex shit. Because I got your shit in there too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got 2 of your albums in there too. I got everybody's shit in there.
Fire, bro.
I got some shit with you. We need to get some more shit.
Yeah, we did. Hell yeah, bro.
I got all your shit in there. I got all your shit in there from that one time. Yeah, I got all your shit in there.
You be in the
Bro, it be popping up randomly. I'd be like, this my nigga X. Dude, blood, this my nigga.
That's tight, bro.
Yeah, I got everybody's shit in my shit, man. I listen to everybody, bro. I just try to keep an ear open. Like I said, I'm like, it may not come across all the time, but I am art all the fucking time. Yeah. So I'm always listening to everybody else because I appreciate everybody's contribution to art.
Fire, bro. That's funny you say all that too, of like really looking at people like that. Because of that, I wonder, do you ever think about, I don't know what it would even look like. Most people would say a record label, but because you've been independent for so long, I'm not even going to be like, you're not going to start a record label because you. I
do want an A&R hella bad. I don't want to start a label. I'm not going to lie to you because so my cousin was like, why don't you manage? I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like, niggas is crazy. They got a lot of shit going on. Like straight the fuck up. Like I jam your shit, but I don't feel like putting up with your bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even trying to get a song with niggas, I'd be like, yo, pull up. Like niggas be like weird. They don't reply back for like 5 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got none of the time for that, nigga, because I'm weird too. So I don't have none of the time for none of that shit. I'm weird and I got a daughter. I don't got none of the time for none of that shit. But like, hey, your shit slap though. It's always love. Like, nigga, whenever you ready, you let me know. So I couldn't manage nobody. I couldn't be in control. At some point, maybe. You know, like when I get a little bit more patience, at some point, maybe. But even too, because what Jeezy say, the nerve of these niggas signing to these rappers that never sold shit.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want nobody to be on something like, oh, we signed it, bro. This shit happened. Like, this shit happened because, nigga, we asked you for the master and it took you 2 weeks to turn it in.
Yeah,
and like, nigga, we calling you, you ain't answering. Like, nigga, you on some weird time. I don't feel like going through none of that shit. I don't want to burn no bridges. I don't want nobody that would falsify perception. And then I went through some other shit too. Like, I done got niggas different situations. I'm talking about just like one-off ass, you know what I mean? Like I got niggas distribution situations and they was like thinking we was signing Rock Nation or some shit. Niggas start getting weird and I'm like, man, like it's just distribution, bro. Like we ain't even getting in advance. You tweaking. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like going through none of that shit. Like I don't feel like a nigga creating his own broken dreams. You know what I mean? Like you promised me. I did not, nigga. I said I had a plug. Like,
I said I liked your shit.
I said I had a plug on releasing it. That's all I said, nigga. Like you thought that shit was gonna like go nationwide. Like, hey, I can't control that shit. So I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah. I'm definitely not ready for that. Like just the maturation and the time and the energy, I am not ready to manage or start my own label. I do have my own label though. I've had my own label for a long ass time. And I ended up merging it with, so me and the homie Montage be primarily creating all the time together because he like really the only nigga to have all this shit together. Like he produced for NBA Youngboy and shit. So like this nigga Grammy nominated. Like he on point, you know what I mean? Yeah. He got his BMI, his ASCAP and all that shit ready to go. Yeah. So like, bro, send me a pack every month. Like, we good to go. Like, he got his shit, I got my shit. We ready. I primarily just like work with him because of that. But we have a label. We have a label called Making Lots of Money. I think it's 3 of us. It's me, him, the homie. No, it's 4 of us. It's me, him, the homie Eli McFly, and the homie Keith is Just. And that nigga was on TV. He was on like The Bachelor or some shit. Or 90 Day Fiance. He was on that nigga's on TV. You know what I mean? Like, he's on TV. That nigga's getting it going. But yeah, like, we got a label, but it's because we all on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, Montage might not answer a couple texts, but when the release dropped, that nigga ready. You know what I mean? Like,
that was kind of my follow-up question too, was like, if you, cause everything you said is valid, right? Of like you said, people's outside situations and shit. If that right person,
I'm mindful of that. Like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm being a dick toward it.
Oh,
I'm mindful of that, and that's why I'm like, I'm not ready. Cause a nigga, like, we gonna have a studio session, we gonna have a 9-hour session booked for bro, and he gonna be like, oh my baby mom, and I feel you, nigga, I feel you, cause my baby mom be on some shit sometimes too, but I just don't have the time for that.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Like,
that's
especially because I done been through that. So it's like, nigga, like, you gonna have to either make this move, nigga, or you just gonna have to stay at the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going through that shit.
But if somebody, if there was somebody that was ready to take all that, would you kind of like, oh, this might be that person?
Yeah. But like I said, I'm just not ready at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I'll always be giving out the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in a room one time shooting a video. I gotta say this. I was in a room one time shooting a video, and it was like 6 niggas, and they all was trying to rap. And I gave all them niggas the game. I gave all them niggas the sauce. Every last one of them. And only one of them niggas took my advice. Yeah. And it was Aka Igwe. It was Igwe Aka.
Okay. Yeah.
That nigga, I gave all these niggas the advice. Like, I was like, this is what you need to do, and you will get on in a month. Yeah. And he took my advice, and he got on in a month. Yeah. Like, nigga, I got a show May 25th at UC Riverside. They doing a series of concerts. Nigga, he's the last series of concert. Because he took my advice. He was the only nigga in that fucking room that listened to what the fuck I said, and now he is somebody. So like, I always be giving niggas the game, and they just be. He was the only nigga in that room that took my advice, and now he is somebody, and I couldn't be more fucking proud of that nigga. iCarly is my shit. I stole that off SoundCloud because it ain't on Spotify no more.
He going crazy. He
be
nuts.
going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I was in a room giving niggas the juice, and he was the only nigga that pulled up with a cup.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, bro.
Straight up. I couldn't be more proud of him either. Yeah. I'm so fucking proud of him, bro. Because I gave niggas the game. And next time I looked up, he was the only nigga doing anything with it.
Oh, God.
The only one.
That's how it be.
It was like 7 of them niggas, and he was the only one that I seen like become somebody, nigga. Like, he's really outside, nigga. He finna perform at UC Riverside in like May 30th or some shit like that, bro. Like, he really outside, nigga.
Oh, God.
He on tour right now, nigga. Same as me. That nigga's really outside. Nothing but love for him.
Yeah, he's going nuts, bro.
Yeah, that's how it be though, huh? Out of 10,
like,
it'll be one motherfucker.
It was 7 niggas, and he the only one that was like, bet.
Oh, God.
Everybody always got the answers.
Everybody else was like, word. And he was like, bet.
That's funny. Word. This motherfucker crazy. They said
like,
this.
oh, okay. He ain't got no chain.
Talk about that's our shit, bro.
That's how it be, right? The clout.
Come on, bro. Jesus Christ. You don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, bro. Come on, man. Well, shit, bro. I think fucking I just learned a whole lot more about fucking Chuuwee than I ever fucking knew before. You know what I'm saying? That shit's tight as fuck, bro.
On that path, bro. You really moving, man. I'm a fucking spiritual nomad, bro.
I love it, bro. Real life.
What's next, man? You kind of alluded a little bit to it. But.
So yeah, I'm still on tour right now. What is it? May, June, July. July, I'm coming out with it might be June. I'm coming up. Okay, so me and Montage got a project called No More Rappers. Shit got like 3 million streams. I'm coming out with project part 2 of that project, No More Rappers 2.
That's fine.
I've been working on part 2 of my R&B album. I got an R&B album called Te Amo No Mas. I'm working on part 2. Part 2. Okay, so the official part 2 is already on YouTube, but like niggas was being weird with the beats, so I couldn't put it on streaming because they were trying to charge me last minute. So it's like free to listen to on YouTube, but I'm revamping that shit and changing it and putting it on streaming. It's called Te Amo de Nuevo. I think that's like I Love You Again. It's like I Love You No More, I Love You Again, and a bunch of other shit that's in the notes. We got another Imaginary Friends album coming out. We don't have a release date for that shit though. We just finished it like not too long ago.
Cooking.
I'm on tour till fucking July 15th. What else? I got a lot of shit going on, man. I'm working. You should tune in because there's always some cool shit going on.
Hell yeah.
Nah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Talk about it.
You always feeding the people.
Dead ass. Yeah.
Facts, bro. I watched like a PS5 hard drive like tutorial.
Oh, you saw that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
what's
did
up.
see that.
Yeah. I be trying to like I tried to do the Twitch streaming shit. I just don't have the energy to like build that up. And then
Yeah, it's a
I'm
lot.
a nerd at heart. I'm always doing like tech shit. That's why I started going to school for coding. So like I always be just doing dumbass shit. And I was like, fuck it, you know what? Like they be like content. So I'm gonna film me fucking upgrade my PS5.
Oh God. Being
I
you.
got hell of those. I got a review somewhere floating around too. I just can't remember for what game it was. I think it was like Rainbow Six Siege. I got a review floating around somewhere too.
Come
Yeah, that's
on.
fire.
Shit like that.
You reviewing video games and shit. That's tight.
Come
That's
on,
what I
man.
want to do. I want to do that. I want to write for niggas, and I want to. It's called physical penetration testing. Like they'll pay you to break into banks, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
oh,
like-
I get that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
like when
okay,
you
okay.
learn cybersecurity, there's
Yeah.
certain sites they want to make sure their site is secure. So they'll be like, "Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to pay you to break into here." That's what I want to do with my life. Like that's why I'm going to school.
Okay.
I want to be Mission Impossible in real life.
Come on.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, shit, man. You got any other questions, brother?
Nah, bro. I fucking about to start rapping some Chuuwee bars and shit.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. You know what
Just
I'm
start
saying?
pulling them out, like
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They there, bro.
You gave a lot of good shit and gems already, but something we like to definitely ask at the end is if you met, like an 18-year-old Chuuwee or the motherfucker that was just starting out or something like that, what kind of would you let
I
them
fucking
know?
love this. I always tell niggas this all the time. Every interview, every time niggas walk up to me or DM me, "Oh, what advice do you have?" Don't take any fucking advice.
Yeah.
My only advice to you is not to take any advice. And if you are gonna take some advice, then it'd be just go everywhere. Go everywhere. Walk up to niggas. Don't irritate niggas. Don't irritate niggas. Don't jump in inboxes like you ain't rap. Like fuck that. Nah.
Yeah.
Go everywhere. If there's open mics, if there's fucking mixers, whatever, go everywhere. Go to every open mic. Go to every fucking performance you can. I literally performed everywhere, nigga.
Yeah.
I shut Temecula down because nobody would ever fucking come there.
Yeah.
So they like, yo, Chuuwee came here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we performed in it's like right outside San Bernardino. We performed in Moreno Valley, and they was like the last time, and this is what they told me. So if I'm false, that's fine, but this is what they told me. So this is not my info. They told me that they had not had a rap show in Moreno Valley since like Biggie at the mall or some shit like that. Because like, nigga, when we pulled up, it was at a sports bar. They had everyone there.
Yeah.
Like grandmas were there, babies were there, cousins, nephews, everybody was there. Because them niggas was like, we ain't had a rap show since Biggie at the mall.
Yeah.
I'm
We
like,
want
that's like that's fucking
They've
crazy.
been waiting like
That's
a
what they
motherfucker.
told me. So
Yeah.
that's not factual. That's not my info. They told me that. Go everywhere you can because you never know who wants to hear your story. And that's how you build your fan base. You know what I mean? I never tried to shove my shit down nobody's face. I never tried to force nobody to fuck with me. I pulled up everywhere I could. I told my story. And there is always somebody that want to hear your story. So just go everywhere you can. Always express yourself and your art. Be on point about your business, nigga. Walk up to niggas, be like, yo, what's up? I'm a little MC. I'm a little SoundCloud, nigga. We finna rock a set later. I'm just trying to, link with niggas and see who I need to know. Like, keep that shit solid. Keep it solid. Keep it straightforward. Like, yo, I'm so-and-so. I'm here to do this. What do you do? I'm trying to network. We from out of town. We just want to know what's going on out here. We trying to get this shit popping. That's how I pulled up everywhere, and that's why I am who I am today.
Fire.
But don't take no other advice other than that. You know what I'm saying? Do what the fuck you want to do. If you want to fart on the beat, nigga, somebody will fuck with that. You just need to find your genre. Read the room. Don't force that shit in. Like, don't go to the ballroom trying to fart on beat. You know what I mean? Read the room.
Yeah.
But nigga, if that's
Or
your
classical.
story, hey, if that's your story, nigga, tell your story. Nobody can tell you about your story, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck your story is, nigga, tell your story. Tell that motherfucker. Nigga, these are my experiences, and somebody is waiting to hear them. I promise you.
Fire. Sound like good shit to me.
Yeah, you hear me? Oh God, come on, man. Shit, man. Chuuwee, Dio was here.
Dio was here.
We
That
appreciate
nigga
your
had a
life,
bag
bro.
of trees with him in the
Come
parking lot.
on, man. Come on, man. Couple moose and a split for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's how we getting down. Yeah, man.
Bro.
Shout out to Groundwork, baby.
Yeah.
Appreciate your
you, bro.
life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real tight shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll into segment 3. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll into Groundwork Radio. You know what I'm saying? So everybody get their slaps ready. You know what I mean? Chico gonna get his Spotify hooked up to the motherfucking to the Bluetooth. Oh, it's actually already tuned in, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Good.
it's already up.
We ready.
All right. Well, shit,
So
man.
whoever wants to go first.
No, go ahead.
Groundwork Radio. All 3 of us gonna play a slap wherever it's from. You know.
I got a slap in mind. Somebody gonna have to pull it up.
Yeah. I'll pull it up. So we'll go ahead and we'll start. Josh, you can go ahead and start this time.
Yeah, cool. So Groundwork Radio. This one's actually cool. One of the artists on the song has been on Groundwork before. This is a Kuya Flip and Gary Jr. song. It's called Seasons. Some real team shit, you know what I'm saying? Both these guys are people you should be tuned in with, so make sure you go check them out. Kuya Flip, Gary Jr. Dope collab, bro. I'm gonna tell you, when I stumbled upon it, you know what I'm saying? I've known both of these guys for a while separately, never seen them in the same space, and then stumbled across a song. You know?
And he does shout bro out a lot because
Yeah,
he said that he's one of the first people in SAC that he worked with when he was living here.
That shit's so tight, bro.
Gary Jr. So.
Yeah, shout out to Movement, man.
Seasons.
Seasons, yeah. Seasons, Groundwork Radio. Get to it, man. Kuya Flip.
Yeah,
Jr.
fucking around with my boy, Kuya Flip. Yeah, I'm saying. It's joint. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell. I peeped your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell. I peeped your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. Yeah, I can see it clear through the fog. Fear of God when I jog, I'm under the influence, but always above the law. Some niggas lacking the sauce, some bitches lacking the flaws. That means you're beautiful, but looks only get you so far. Turn my heart to the side, I can use it as a weapon. If I use my first mind, then it ain't no second guessing. I provide the answers, they run to me with the questions. Took some L's in the past, now losses literal lessons. The world is yours, it's all in the eyes. Them excuses ain't valid, they basically lies. You gotta overcome that, progress in your life. I hit the floor and bounce back like still I rise. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell, I peeped your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell, I peeped your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. Yeah.
Literally, dog, I've been a king amongst men. I understand now when they say heavy is the head. Strangers, we don't break the bread. Don't trust them, sleep with the lead. Shout out to Amber Heard, you know we keep shit on the bed, huh? I could bring you the water you wouldn't drink. Methods uncommon, some would even say unique. Just getting started, can't even fathom a peak. Ain't stopping now, I'm at a point where Morpheus and Exodia meet. Who were they kidding, dude? Filipinos with attitude. I'm capsizing with magnitude, I'm doper than a Quaalude. Far from a simpleton, we won't forget your ignorance. More deadly than a diabetic chilling without his insulin. No backpack rapping, liquor store with the action. From a city of madness, half these niggas act like plastic. If you give them a chance, and they gon' change your shit drastic. Can't never let them catch you out here lacking. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell, I peep your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. I've been thinking about life and how it changed with seasons. I ain't no killer, but don't push me or give me a reason. You ain't no killer, I can tell, I peep your demeanor. Getting closer to the grave, every day I see it. Yeah.
Kuya Flip. Gary Jr. Groundwork Radio. He's doing an interview. He's gonna call you back.
Hell yeah.
Team shit,
Shout
bro.
out,
You
Mom.
damn near should have put us on pause, put her on speaker. What's up, Mom?
The influence.
Hey,
Hey,
man, you hear me?
Fire. That was Kuya Flip seasons with Gary Jr.
That shit was hard.
That's just tight, bro. Yeah, that shit was
fire.
funky. What did he say about Amber Heard?
This shit the bed because in the trial or whatever that she shit in the bed
Oh my god.
like to get back at Johnny Depp or
Yeah.
whatever.
He's crazy.
That dude is funny.
Who
you flip? Shout out to you, bro.
He did.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, bro, ended up dating his
Forgot about that. Forgot about
Johnny
that.
Depp.
Yeah, that's wild.
Litigation.
That's crazy.
Like a motherfucker. Yeah. All right. I got one.
Yeah, what we listen to?
This is gonna be from the guy Jrippy. Shout out Juju Gallery.
Right.
Bros and Monster, you've heard this verse probably if you've been to FF. If you've tapped into his page at all. There was a couple of songs that I had to choose from. He just came out with a project, so shout out Drip. It's called Gracias, Hugo.
What?
Hugo?
Yep. By Jrippy.
The voice in my head, the most reckless nigga that I know. When they mention me, I promise that it's never on a boat. Get hit, legit. Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. I cannot follow it on like creases. Sick and I settle for this local. I need more followers in Jesus. I need my opposition deleted. Even though I won't, even though I could when I get what I should. When she don't shave, the only time I'm beating round the bush. She the flippin' and tumbling, treat it athlete. Keep my eyes on my paper like I ain't trying to cheat. I'm gonna let his food get cold, what you mean? I ain't never been a reason, but I still got enemies. Said they gon' pop me, said they do it pronto. The only time I see you with a pump is at our Arco. Just got called nasty, that nasty is partial. Clean sex make my chick pee like garbanzo. But she got on my nerves about last February. Baby, no offense, but I need it solitary. Try something new, while my last girl dare me. So I don't like girls, need a non-binary. Boyhood, I got boss, he asking me for things. Wrong kind of boss, but I could redirect you to my mans. With his money, didn't like his girl, he put it on the gram. Guarantee he gon' slide the dough like a minivan. Then he kept on talking, wasn't speaking wise. He wanna be a lick, my G's gon' get they pockets fertilized. The people with me kinda dangerous, so I gotta save a life. I gotta tell my people, pull back, they uncircumcised. They always looking for a lick, so please don't be a nominee. Anxiety, the reason be we gon' receive apologies. I don't gotta heat, but I never fuck around like my naga me. My advice, keep it rolling, Chef Boyardee.
Hi.
That's Jrippy, man. Bro, yeah, for real. That's Jrippy though. Gracias, Hugo. Here you go, brother.
Okay, mine is.
That was a nut song.
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out Drip. You know, he rapped that at FF. There was a couple of them, like I said, I wanted to play. But hell yeah, bro.
Shout out to Ghetto WonderTwinz.
Okay. Hell yeah, we know them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. What Fortune Teller, Ghetto Twins. Fuck yeah. All right. Almost damn near.
Shout out.
Fortune teller gigging with me during the reading, bitch. I'm destined. I don't want the bitch. Her OnlyFans cheaper than my Netflix. My bench press a elephant. My nigga, I'm big flex and bet them niggas gon' remember this. I'm the new 9/11. Rap games Armageddon. Arrived 11, 597. Burning blunts to get close to heaven. That's the closest I'm getting. Ace the price of Kirby jerseys. The last thing I told my reverend on the mic is no mercy. Just lethal beats, pack your weapon. Stuck my elbow in the rim on this bitch. Hard code. I should cop some fur Tims for that shit. Bitch bold. Gave me Dimmadome, still jip to have zip. God knows I can't sleep at night if I don't get the last lick. On these beats, I'm Mr. Crocker. I'm tweaking like no other. I'm a monster in the lab. Frankenstein's bad little brother left them haunting on the Ave. Now they friends hide under covers. Couple bitches fighting outside. House like Blueface crib all summer. Lead a beat with chalk outlined in my basement undiscovered. I don't want the bitch. If my toes don't curl, the soul don't hover. But you don't want me, bitch. I'm Future's distant cousin. You gon' suffer on my mother's Timbs. Niggas trying to eat like it's last supper. Fortune teller gigging with me during the reading, bitch, I'm destined. I don't want the bitch, her OnlyFans cheaper than my Netflix. Might bench press an elephant, my nigga, I'm big flex and bet them niggas gon' remember this. I'm the new 911. Fortune teller gigging with me during the reading, bitch, I'm destined. I don't want the bitch, her OnlyFans cheaper than my Netflix. Might bench press an elephant, my nigga, I'm big flex and bet them niggas gon' remember this. I'm the new 911.
Change the channel on the bitch, you know a nigga hold a Roku. I don't want the bitch, her fancy really cheaper than my Hulu. All about my meditation, but a nigga will get reckless. Clear courts and a Glocky, man, I wear for protection. I'm the real deal, but grab a pencil if you testin'. I like blue bills cheap, like the bottom of her shoes reddish. I don't buy heels, nah, baby, I ain't got a foot fetish. Baby, get real, I'm teaching, so you better learn your lesson. Speaking in my blood, I am a blessing. Fuck the messenger, you get the message. Did you get the message? Going straight to voicemail, no talking in my presence. Nah, I don't fuck with folk. Niggas soft as fuck, yeah, he a crescent. We my antidote, I just need my blunt cause I be stressing. Titties cantaloupe, like the way they perked up and they press it. Got their hands a hoe, nigga, hope you know that you ain't stepping.
Crazy.
Fortune teller gigging with me during the reading, bitch, I'm destined. I don't want the bitch, her OnlyFans cheaper than my Netflix. Might bench press an elephant, my nigga, I'm big flex and bet them niggas gon' remember this. I'm the new 911. Rap games Armageddon, arrived 11, 597. Burning blunts to get close to heaven, that's the closest I'm getting. Ace the price of Kirby jerseys. The last thing I told my reverend on the mic is no mercy. Since lethal, please pack your weapon.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that shit kinda hard, huh?
Yeah, they was talking nuts. Ooh, that shit kind of hard, huh? Yeah, I'm glad they left that in there. That was tight.
Fire, bro.
Sheesh, man. Wrk Radio, another one. Another one, bro. Come on, man.
We the best.
Look, man, we at home today. You know what I'm saying? We at CSSB, bro. We gonna leave. We gonna once the cameras turn off, we gonna walk 35 yards. Nah, maybe less. 35 feet.
Yeah,
35 feet.
10 feet.
Go pack up a moot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Chico trying to get me off. We'll see how many episodes we get until I quit mooks. We'll keep y'all updated.
I'm
you know what I'm
weak.
saying? Yeah, we'll let y'all know. Hey, man. Groundwork, episode motherfucking 20. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Chuuwee, Dio was here. Thank you, bro. You hear me? Real life, bro. I woke up this morning, bro, and everything was fucking great. Ave to the face. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we Are Sacramento, the motherfucking home team. Mario, the Lost On with 6. We love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Freestyle Friday, CitySound Soundbyte, The Movement, Groundwork. X James behind the camera. We love y'all, man. Tune the fuck in. Yeah.